Water, they say, is the elixir of life. But look at the irony. Even though 2/3 of the earth is covered with water, availability of portable drinking water and water resources management are the most serious concerns being voiced globally. The story of Gujarat, a state on the western coast of India, shares the same fate. While 70% of the state has only 30% of the water resources, the remaining 30% of the state has 70% of them. It also faced the dilemma of a drought almost every third year, a situation that led to mass migrations during most parts of the year from regions of Saurashtra and especially Kutch, which used to be the worst affected. Not only this, it also led to low literacy level, poor hygiene standards, inadequate availability of social services, negligible industrial development, and so on. Moreover, it also left the government wasting precious resources and time on crisis management, making arrangements for drinking water for almost half of the year through water tankers, and at times even running water trains. So much so that it had become a ritual that was repeated year after year.
Since I got married, there was a water crisis and I used to carry 2 to 3 water pots to go and fetch water.
Due to this water crisis, no one was eager to marry their daughters in our village and 30% men used to die as bachelors.
We used to go to lake to fetch water and then accumulate water in a bowl and decant it into the water pot.
We used to fetch water from Godasar Lake and catch diseases. Employees like doctors, teachers used to resign from their posts on hearing the name of Gagodar village.
At the start of the 21st century, in the year 2001, the government had two options: either continue with the present systems of crisis management or evolve a system to address the problem on a permanent basis, a solution otherwise considered non-viable and impossible to achieve. However, the state government, under the visionary leadership of Sri Narendra Modi, the Chief Minister of Gujarat, saw the opportunity in adversity and accepted the challenge. A historic decision that gave birth to a blue revolution. A revolution that began as the largest engineering intervention in the country's rural water supply sector and went on to become India's first and the world's largest drinking water distribution network.
પાઇપલાઇન થી પાણી સૌરાષ્ટ્રમાં વિતરિત કરી રહ્યા છીએ એનું કામ ચાલી રહ્યું છે અને બધા ટ્રેનોને ભરવાના.
A network that is larger than the second largest rail network in the world, the Indian Railways. 5.7 times the length of the Great Wall of China. A network that can circle our planet Earth 3 times over. The sheer amount of steel used in the pipelines is enough to construct 51 Eiffel Towers, with pipes large enough to allow a small-sized car to pass through. An engineering feat that is not only the pride of the state, but also a pride for the nation. The statewide water supply grid. A noteworthy project that helped the state emerge as a pioneer in achieving water security, conservation, and management comprehensively and efficiently, all in just 1 decade. Where years of previous attempts were deemed insufficient, a promising mix of visionary policy, robust infrastructure, administrative efficiency, and active community involvement transformed the water crisis into a vehicle of progress for Gujarat. The grid is a combination of regional schemes, extensive efforts to protect local sources, and inter-basin bulk water transfers through the Narmada canals. Adding an infrastructural backbone, the Sardar Sarovar Canal gave rise to the complex networks of the statewide water grid. Comprising 377 projects, working in conjunction to connect 75% of Gujarat's population across more than 15,000 villages and 145 towns. and connecting the most scorched regions of Saurashtra, Kutch and North Gujarat with 2,678 kilometers of bulk pipelines constructed to date. 1,20,769 kilometer distribution pipelines. 23,693 storage and hydraulic structures with 3.86 billion litre capacity. 181 water treatment plants with a capacity for 2.9 billion litres of water per day. And 305 reverse osmosis plants in coastal and tribal areas. The state-of-the-art bulk pipes have been coated with 3-layer polyethylene and food-grade epoxy to prevent corrosion and increase flow velocity. This is first in the country and amongst the very few places used in the world for water supply. Reaching even the remotest posts of our defense personnel at the westernmost border of the country. It is not surprising that a phenomenal amount of around 8 billion rupees is being spent every year on operation and maintenance of the grid, ultimately contributing to peace, inclusive human development and improvement of the quality of life of its beneficiaries. 39 million people in 11,456 villages and 132 towns are already connected to the grid. These beneficiaries are the real reason behind the project's enormous success. Supported by WASMO, the management of water supply networks have been placed into the hands of the community themselves through special in-village bodies, the Pani Samitis, the water committees. Members of each Pani Samiti have been trained to administer drinking water demand for human and cattle consumption, develop and implement water supply plans, supervise water quality, operation and maintenance, all the while institutionalizing the participation of women and other disadvantaged groups in these committees. The women, now relieved of their conventional responsibilities of fetching water, are empowered to achieve so much more. Currently, more than 68,000 women are members in the 18,185 existing Pani Samitis and even heading these water committees in more than 5,500 villages. This revolutionary approach of community-based water management system by WASMO has received several national and international accolades. In 2008, WASMO won the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration at New Delhi for initiatives in drinking water management with community participation. It further won United Nations Public Service Award in 2009 for initiatives of fostering community participation. WASMO continued this trend in the third consecutive year by winning the prestigious Commonwealth Association for Public Administration and Management CAPAM International Innovation Award in 2010 at Malta.
ઇતિહાસ રચાઈ ગયો આખા કચ્છ જિલ્લામાં ગામો ગામ આ બહેનોની પાણી સમિતિઓ બની અને આજે પાણીનો આખે આખો વહીવટ અમારી માતાએ કર્યો. ગામો ગામ ઘરે ઘરે પાણી પહોંચાડે છે, પૂરતું પાણી પહોંચાડે છે, સમયસર પાણી પહોંચાડે છે અને ક્યાંય કોઈ પાણીની મુસીબત આવતી નથી.
Young girls, previously tied down by drudgery of fetching water, are able to regularly attend school, resulting in lower dropouts and increased rate of literacy in the state. Improved water quality, tested and supervised by the communities themselves, is helping reduce mortality rates across the state, with incidences of waterborne diseases steadily declining. Additionally, various opportunities have emerged for the villagers in several industrial clusters that now flourish with the availability of water in previously water-scarce districts. This newly arisen collective harmony is spreading throughout the state with numerous hawadas, that is, cattle water troughs, being constantly filled. Even the once perennially scorched areas of Banaskantha, Mehsana and Sabarkantha are now thriving centers for milk and dairy production in the state. Some of the quantifiable outcomes of the project include drastic reduction in tanker water distribution, from 4,054 villages supplied by tankers in 2000-2001 to just 296 12 years later, saving almost 9,000 million rupees. Reduced usage of deep tube wells due to rise in groundwater tables. Significant increase in the number of household water connections to 78%, almost twice the national average of 37%. Augmentation of water conservation structures like rainwater harvesting systems, and substantial decrease in electricity consumption with yearly savings of around 66,000 megawatt hours. That is enough to fully light New Delhi for 13 days. The project has rightfully become a pride for the nation by ensuring water for life, health and inclusive development.
It is good that Narmada water is now provided, because of which a time is saved and we can pay attention to our cottage industry.
Due to Narmada water, it is good now. There is no problem in eating and drinking. Ailments have been reduced.
Water facility provided nowadays is the best. Every house receives water in a proper manner.
Once Narmada water started flowing in our village, the emotion which we are sensing now is equal as receiving gold.
A revolution that not only alleviated water problems but enriched the lives of millions. A revolution that has become an excellent example of participatory, community-based water management. And a revolution that truly bears the stamp of decisive leadership.
અને જે પાણી આપણી મુસીબતનું કારણ હતું, એ જ પાણી આપણી પ્રગતિનું પણ કારણ બનશે, એવા વિશ્વાસ સાથે આપણે આગળ વધીએ.
The statewide water supply grid, ensuring water for happiness.